Hello, fellow modeling and tabletop gaming enthusiasts, and welcome back to the Mediocre Modeler Show. So we've got another inbox review for you today, as you probably guessed by the title. We're going to be taking a look at the Trenchworx Armored D7 Bulldozer. Again, another Adepticon pickup. I've got one kit from Trenchworx that I didn't pick up at Adepticon, and we'll take a look at that here in the future. But again, another Adepticon pickup. I don't really think there's going to be a whole lot of use for this actually in game, so I think I'm probably just going to make it a display piece, maybe make a diorama. I don't know. It's just a cool piece. Military construction equipment is kind of cool, and you don't see a whole lot of kits out there. So I think that'd definitely be a pretty good thing, just a fun thing to have around. And you know, there's no such thing as too many fun kits to have waiting in the wings. So without any further ado, let's head on down to the bench and let's see what's included in the box. And here we are, the Caterpillar D7 Armored Bulldozer from Trenchworx. I happen to have a lot of these Trenchworx kits on hand, so figure why not do some reviews on them. There's not a whole lot of content out there on YouTube doing reviews of these kits, so we'll go ahead and dive into another one. So of course, classic Trenchworx box, nicely well packed. Again, another Adepticon acquisition. So the Armored D7 Bulldozer. I believe this is probably a 2015 kit, but we'll see. So go ahead, as usual, we find what we would expect, our instruction sheet, which is actually several pieces for this one, or several pages for this one, a nice picture of our Armored Bulldozer. Oh wow, 3 pages. So, okay, there is our parts breakdown. We've got our main body, our treads, our plow, and all of our accessories for the winches and everything. And of course, our driver figure. They are single-sided, so you can see just how and in what order everything is supposed to go together. Of course, our winch there on the back. No Armored Bulldozer is complete without its winch. Can't get this next page out here, just single side here. So then our final stages and then our final completed model. So with all of that shown, I'm trying to keep my directions all in order here. Here's of course what we have in the box, nicely packaged as always. So we've got a couple of different baggies here. Oh boy, everything. All right, so obviously we've got our main body here, very well cast, as would be expected from Trenchworx. And of course, slots for all of our mounting points. We've got the spot for our driver there. And then of course our 2 sets of treads with some heavy duty, hefty mounting brackets. That's always nice to see, nice mounting plugs to slot in there. And of course it's got the nice little, you can see it right there, that little arrow that will slot in there. I love the nice little keys to help those things line up properly. All right, and then in our next little bag, what we have here, so we've got our driver, parts of our winch. Those are all cast in resin. And then of course we've got some 3D printed parts for some of the smaller details, like the dozer pistons, exhaust stacks, and all of that. And in our third package, we've got our dozer blade there, very nicely well done, even labeled dozer blade. Of course, we've got our support arms, and then it looks like the rams. So all in all, you know, there's maybe, 15, 20 pieces to this kit. Quality, of course, looks very well done, just like I would expect from a Trenchworx casting. So we'll go ahead and open up a couple of these baggies, just some of the larger components, and we'll have a look at just how well done they are. So we'll start with our main body here. See a little bit of graininess to the resin, but yeah, that'll be fine with a coat of paint. Minimal flash, they always try to take off those major casting blocks for you, which I always do appreciate. A little bit of mold slippage, but that should be hidden by the winch. More ladder rungs to get up there, and we've got the straight ones there. Front looks pretty good. Again, a little mold slippage there, but that should be hidden by our dozer blade, which will be pretty nice. And let's take a look at our track pieces. Of course, always check your references to make sure which side they're supposed to go on. As you can see, we've got our drive sprocket, and then we've got our idler there. A little bit of flash in there to clean up, but again, that's never an issue. Just a few quick swipes with a sharp hobby blade will take care of that. And then our reverse side, and again the same here. Again, tiny little bit of flash, but certainly not a big deal. So let's see if we can tell from the pictures. I think we would be able to tell which is the front and which is the rear. Okay, so this little block should go at the rear. So it looks like our drive sprocket actually goes at the rear of our Bulldozer. So that goes in there like that. Not quite a solid lock-in fit, but still not bad. You can tell that tread, the casting on that tread is almost wafer thin, so that's pretty cool. Just got to be a little bit careful with that. Let's see how this other side lines up. Yeah, again, not a super strong fit, but well enough that once those are glued in there, I don't think they're going to be going anywhere. I don't necessarily have a use for this in game of any sort. Could potentially, but it's also just kind of a cool piece to have around. You know, armored construction equipment's kind of cool stuff. So, well, there you have it. There is the Trenchworx D7 Armored Bulldozer. We'll just kind of bulldoze out of the way. All right, hope you folks enjoyed. And here is the D7 Armored Dozer all built up. I would recommend making sure you get your tracks set right, because this thing is just a little bit off kilter, which you can't really see in this, but the dozer blade doesn't quite sit level. So I would kind of recommend taking your time and test fitting it. And there we have it, the Trenchworx D7 Armored Bulldozer. So pretty cool kit. Fits together really well, as you can see by that little short little build clip or built clip at the end. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting some paint on it and just see what kind of weathering we can do to it, and go from there. So hope you folks enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. If you feel so inclined, please like, comment, and subscribe. So until next time, may your paints be thin, your brushes be pointy, and your dice be hot.